Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to come to you again today with this broadcast. As you join, I would love you, as usual, to begin sharing the link. I am having a very exciting message that I bring to you today. So please, we want to hit the 1,000 limit within 10 minutes. So as you join, go ahead, share the link and share your location where you are watching or coming in from. So please do that. Do that as we wait for others to join us. Share the link, please. Okay, I see Antisu Y waving me here. Thank you. Share the link as you join. Once we hit the 1,000 viewers number here on Facebook, I will go ahead and do the presentation. And so please, I'm waiting for you to share the links, get it on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp groups, get it on every social media platform that you can as you join. And let me know whether you can hear me good enough. Let me know whether the volume is good enough, clear enough. Some people are wondering, oh, why is he always starting without the national anthem? It is not deliberate. It is not deliberate. It's just the way we are set up here. In the near future, we should be able to have that on a very regular basis. For now, we will just manage what we have to bring you the information. So please go ahead and share the link, and I want to see your name and see your location where you're coming in from. I see Valerie Montan says, joining in from Austria. Thank you, Valerie. I see Juven Yerima, watching from Tübingen. I don't know where Tübingen is found. However, I see Patricia, the Sunshine State of Florida, I guess. Thank you for joining. We have a little over 300 people right now watching live. So please, you go ahead, continue to share the links. Once we hit the 1,000 people number, I will go ahead and do the presentation. So please share the link. I like the speed at which the numbers are climbing. 10 minutes, 1,000 people, I start the presentation. So please share the link, and I like Pen in the studio. Please do something. Let these numbers roll. Okay, I think they are rolling. I don't know whether it's my computer or the system. So I see the names rolling on the screen now. I see Tabe Joshua, Motengani Trowe, salute. Thank you, sir. Felicia Oben, Donzi Dadis, Insa Sharon, watching. Bovet Maloba, join. Silence Mavic, say hello. Moise Tanye, joining from the city of Houston. I know that. Nestor Katum too, join. Nelson Ekwemkum. And Elvis Fang says he's watching from the United Arab Emirates. We have a little over 400, close to 450 people right now. Again, I like the speed at which the numbers are rising. Please, as you join, share the link on your Facebook page, on your social media, WhatsApp pages or groups, and Twitter, wherever that people are found. Share the link, please. Thank you as you do so. Asa Tembi Thomas, thank you for joining. Tabe Joshua is there. Informi Elvis, say hello. Thank you, sir. Larita Sherma, watching from United Arab Emirates, Dubai. I see Dubai Eric says, we are ready. Secretary Chris, thank you, sir. Fidelis Atia, join. Tabe Wenga Ngosom, also join, says from Columbus. Tabe Monyongo from Maryland. Jairo Goddings, watching, she says, or he says, from Germany. And I also see Gladys Injengo, watching. Special Clestin, watching from Victoria. Thank you guys so very much. We're almost hitting 500. I mean 600 right now. Again, I love the speed. We just hit a little over 600 right now, and we are still at a little over 5 minutes into the broadcast. That is awesome. Please continue hitting that share button. Let us hit the 1,000 number, and I bring you this message. And again, continue to share your location as you join. I really want to know where you are joining in from. I see Billy Takembeng joining from Amber Land. And I see Otello the General. I see Joe Brown. I see Princess Ranga joining. And I see Asa Tembe Thomas, Fidelis Atia, Caleb Kali. Thank you all guys for joining. Asungani Stephen also joined. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. Again, please hit the share button. Hit the share button. Let's hit the 1,000 number, people. We are doing really, really good. I really believe in the next 4 minutes, we should be able to hit 1,000. 1,000. So please, as you join, just go ahead and share that link. Go ahead and share that link. Unfortunately, my screen is not rolling. I don't know why. I can see those who are joining new. However, go ahead, please, and keep on sharing the link. We are over 700 people right now in just 7 minutes, 20 seconds. That is awesome. So please share the link, share the link. I want to welcome those who are watching from SC. I'm watching through SCBC, and those who are also watching through SCTV, wherever that you are watching from, especially from Ground Zero. We are very, very proud of you for the show you put up yesterday in resisting every effort by La République du Cameroon, the colonial masters, from having you go out celebrate their Empire Day. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for what you all are doing out there to see that we make it to Boya. That was wonderful. And so please continue to join. I see Iams have joined. Mark Bush joined from Maryland. Machan, I know she's coming in from London. Raymond Khan has also joined. Yes, please keep the locations coming. Enira Share also joined from Paris. I see Cripsis Manilo from Gata. George Daiga also joined. Location is not there. I also see Josh Tando all the way from Nigeria. Joseph Bashi coming in from somewhere, I think in Dubai, or if I'm correct. Nicolas Santos, our able secretary, is here too. Clestus Injilem has also joined. Ababa Edwin, Ekombe Mbonji, they all joined. Choboy, Amba, joining in from colonial territory in Douala. Take, yes, sir. He says or she says, thank you all for joining. We are doing really, really good. 9 minutes, 12 seconds gone. 900 people watching on Facebook, on SCBC Facebook page right now. Less than 100 people to go before I bring you the presentation proper. Thank you so very much. Again, I see Prince Mendy Franco has joined. Cholo from couldn't read the location. Malcolm X-Man Bia is watching. That is very true, and he is trembling too. He's not just watching, he is trembling. And I see Abu Yari has joined. He says from Yaoundé, colonial capital territory. Philip Yeager and Wesley Shea also joined. Peter J. and so is watching. He says bye-bye to La République. Thank you. We are almost at the 1,000 number mark. We are almost there. Please keep on clicking on that share button. Let's hit the miracle number, the 1,000 number. I see Indeed Fredo from the UK. Marco Z's dollar. It says, great job. Thank you, sir. Ainko Blaze has joined. And I also see Prince Nico join. Prayers, amen. It says, joining from London. Peace Hope has also joined. Doro, nice man. From Ground Zero, boss. Oh, thank you for making me your boss. Thank you. Zaja Preacher joined from Paris. And Paul Belenga from Texas. Achik Florence. I don't know where she's. Good evening, HF. I think HF stands for Home Front or what? I don't know, but she has joined also. Thank you so very much. Please keep on sharing that link. Keep on sharing that link. This is a wonderful day. This is a miracle day in our revolution. No, nobody expected we were going this far in this revolution. The 2 cubes of sugar have refused to dissolve, and the regime is trembling what they have done, because they never expected it will go this far. But you know what? It has gone this far, and we are only about starting. So please, thank you for your resilience, especially those of you on Ground Zero. I hear so much about disunity and divisions. These are all made up social media stuff. How many people on Ground Zero are fighting among themselves? Nobody. So please, we take it to Boya. Let's ignore all this social media rancor, all this social media bickering. We are united in purpose and ground, and as far as Ground Zero is united, we are taking this fight to Boya. We are taking this revolution to Boya. I can no longer keep you anymore. We have hit 1,200 people in counting in 12 minutes. So I can bring you the presentation right now. Again, as I bring you the presentation, please allow you to continue to share. I want to see at least 2,000 people hitting this broadcast and watching and getting the information. So please make sure you share. Good evening, and fellow Amazonians. And the interim government will consider it an obligation to communicate to you on a very regular basis updates on the state of a revolution. Under this framework, I come to you today with good news. And the good news is that the 2 cubes of sugar snatched from the pool, that is French Cameroon, still remain undissolved. And they are not about being dissolved anytime soon, if indeed they will. Not until the amber flag is permanently erected in Boya. Therefore, the state of a revolution remains very, very strong. In fact, it has never been stronger. Yesterday, our neighbor, colonial French Cameroon, celebrated its Empire Day, 20th May, for the very last time. By this time next year, I can assure you, and you can read my lips, French Cameroon won't be celebrating 20th May anymore. The fact is that they shall have no partner and hence no reason to celebrate 20th May. They shall have to humbly revert to celebrating their actual Independence Day, which is January 1st, or cease from celebrating Independence Day altogether. But that isn't the momentous thing here. The significant thing here is this. The significant thing in this line of thought is that for less than 2 years in this revolution, we as a people have achieved 3 very momentous milestones. Milestones that our enemies and detractors never for once thought we could achieve. First, the declaration of the restoration of our independence since October last year. Second, the successful defense of that declaration in our territory since that time without the military capacity of La République du Cameroon. And third, yesterday's rejection and desecration of 20th May celebrations all over our territory, the southern Cameroons, Ambazonia. Yesterday, 20th May 2018, from Donga Mantung down to Fako, from Indian to Bui, from Menchum to Libialem, and from Manu to Mezam counties, I mean all over our territory, we unambiguously said, never, never again to 20th May celebrations in our country. Ambazonia, 20th May celebration was never our invention, and neither were we party to its creation. It was fraudulently concocted and forced upon us by the regimes of Ahijo and Paul Biya. But thank God for the courage and bravery of our youth who came out in their numbers yesterday and braved the reins and military machinery of French Cameroon to defend our communities and our people from being forced to celebrate the day that they were made slaves to French Cameroon. These sequential accomplishments, including the denunciation of 20th May, should be a reminder or a pointer to La République du Cameroon that we actually left them when we said we did in October last year. One and indivisible is Ambazonia, not Cameroon. The 1 cube of sugar that is actually disintegrating is Cameroon, not Ambazonia. Bye-bye 20th May celebrations in the same way we did to 11 February. Yesterday in Boya, the sheepish mayor of that city had to hire prisoners and dress them up in t-shirts for a march past that never was. In Victoria, in Kumba, Mamfe, Ekona, Moyoka, Bangam, Nguti, Menji, Bali, Batibo, Bamenda, Belo, Ingi, Santa, amongst others. 20th May was a non-event. On behalf of the interim government, I salute you all out there in ground zero, especially the brave and courageous young men and women who are putting their lives on the line to redeem our independence. The courage and bravery of every young Ambazonian who is out there defending Ambazonia under the reins can never be adequately compensated for. Without you, our hopes for our own country, our hopes for Ambazonia would forever remain just a dream. That's why La République du Cameroon soldiers are out to hunt you down, from town to town, from city to city, village to village, street to street, and bush to bush, by all means. They may hunt you and call you names such as secessionist fighters, separatists, and terrorists. However, I'd like you to remember that only as recently as 2008 was Nelson Mandela was still called a terrorist by the West. Fidel Castro was also called a terrorist by their own definition, or the definition of the West, because he looted the hypocrisy of the West and empathized with the oppressed. In Northern Ireland, the Irish Republican Army, and in Kosovo, the Kosovo Liberation Army, were all labeled terrorists or terrorist groups before they brought freedom to their own people. Colonial French Cameroon can call our brave and resilient men and women who are daily defending our people and our communities names and give you labels. But nowadays, that like Nelson Mandela, before Ambazonians, you are heroes. You are our liberators. You are patriots. You are nationalists. You are the defenders of the revolution. You are the defenders of Ambazonia, the defenders of our flag, the defenders of our anthem, and this interim government stands with you with all the might that it has. Because of your bravery and audacity, we see the Prime Minister's lodge drawing closer and closer to us with each passing day. Because of you, we see the beginning of the end of the revolution in sight. Victory is closer more than ever before. How do we know that? Maybe you ask. The signs are here. When, for instance, in the past decade of its existence, did Suela, the Southwest Elites Association, take such audacity to swing at Yaoundé, or Yaoundé establishment, speaking truth to it in a recent document? Suela is warning that the war declared on us must stop. Suela wants Paul Biya to release our president, Sisiko Julius Ayuktabi, and others. Suela wants Paul Biya to disburse funds to take care of the refugee situation created by his declaration of war on us. And also Suela says it wants the regime to summon an all-inclusive dialogue and negotiations that end the conflict. The scales are beginning to fall off their eyes, and they are addressing the real problem in no uncertain terms. It seems that for the first time, Southwest elites are talking. And what does it tell you and me? Other than that, those 2 cubes of sugar are just not about to go anywhere. They are not about to dissolve. They are not. Fellow Ambazonians, for the first time also, a major diplomat has come out and literally indicted Paul Biya for his regime's atrocities in our country, Ambazonia. Even though Paul Biya's living power will be of no effect to our resolve to take back our country, the ambassador went as far as showing him the door, essentially saying to him, Mr. President, you have been here for too long. Mandela in just Washington spent only 1 term here, and that Biya ought to leave. He ought to have gone. Then we also saw the outrage sort of at the United Nations Human Rights Commission against the atrocities that French Cameroon soldiers are carrying out against our people and against our communities. The burning down of our towns, the burning down of our homes, the mutilation of our brothers and our sisters. If these events and others do not tell you that the road left to travel is beginning to get shorter and shorter, then I do not know what else it means. I would like to seize on these developments to call upon every Ambazonian on behalf of the interim government in Ground Zero and in the diaspora who have not yet bought their ticket to Buea to please do so now. This campaign is supposed to be ending soon. Do not miss the opportunity to get your name registered as one of those who paid for the independence of our country. No more time to stay on the fence. No more time to stay on the sidelines. Some of you in the business community, both at home and in the diaspora, can chip in $10 million or 10 million francs. Please do so now before the month runs out. Call this number 603-682-2687 if you want to make your donation and you don't know how to go about it. When you make your payment, remember a ticket for your trip will be mailed to you for your records. Having said that, the days ahead may be very challenging. We are expecting the brutal regime of Paul Biya to up its game of abuses, violence, and brutality on our people. We see his soldiers descending on deserted towns and villages to burn them down. We have since learned that in their desperation to kill our youth and our people hiding in the bushes, they have plans to gas or bomb the bushes so that every living thing in them is killed. We heard only today how their desperate army has also resorted to harassing anybody they find with a phone, be it in the bank, on the road, or in their business at their business locations. They arrest people, take them to their posts or to their stations, and have them pay a ransom in hundreds of thousands before they are allowed to go, if they do. The soldiers invade villages and they scramble on people's livestock with which they feed themselves. And they make sure they kill anyone who stands on their way. These acts of desperation must not break our resolve and our courage to fight for our independence. Things will certainly get harder before they get better. I want to assure every one of you out there that this interim government will never give up on you. We will never betray your trust or sell this struggle. We stand with you as you continue to show us your encouragement. None of us planned for this. We are learning as we go, and when we see the carnage that is being unleashed upon you, especially those of you on Ground Zero, on a daily basis, it only foments purpose in us to lead on. And lead on we must do. We have no other choice. We have no option. In spite of all the detractors and distractions. Our plea to you also is that you be watchful of all the wolves, and there are so many of them out there now, who wants you to believe the interim government is this or is that. The interim government isn't doing this and isn't doing that. Maybe next time, ask the accusers what they have done or what they are doing to move the struggle forward. Fellow Ambazonians, owing to the unpredictable circumstances in the days ahead. As earlier announced, we are expecting Francophones in the southern Cameroons to leave the territory for their own safety and security on or before month's end. The moment has come that Ambazonians can no longer guarantee the security of Francophones in Ambazonia or the southern Cameroons. Please, let this message serve as a reminder that you have only until this month end to live to safety and security elsewhere. All landlords in the southern Cameroons still sheltering colonial administrators are also reminded that defaulting on the instructions comes with consequences, and you will have yourself to blame if you do not comply. Ambazonians are encouraged to report any landlord seen sheltering any colonial administrator past the end of this month. Ambazonians are also reminded that taxation or paying taxes to the colonial government in Yaoundé is forbidden in our territory, Ambazonia. All taxes should be paid towards my trip to Boya. And you can log on to www.mytriptoboya.com to make that payment. If you cannot access the website from where you live, please call this number and you will get immediate help with your payment, 603-682-2687. Also, Ambazonians are reminded that all French language signboards anywhere or found anywhere in the southern Cameroons are no longer welcome and should be hurriedly brought down anywhere they are found. Anyone caught using the French language in any official capacity, like in schools and offices, in the southern Cameroons, Ambazonia, should be reported. Bilingualism is declared dead in our territory. The English language all the way to the end. French as a colonial language no longer deserves a place in our culture. All trucks shipping petrol, timber, rubber, palm oil, bananas, amongst others, into French Cameroon from our territory should be speedily stopped when found and confiscated, and neither should any French product, most especially brasserie products, be allowed to enter the southern Cameroon's market. All households are advised, to stock more than enough food and water at home to prepare for any emergency situations. Landlords all over Ambazonia in this time of war should consider tenants who can no longer afford rents for lack of jobs. Please show your tenants the human side of you and spare them if you can. Since La République du Cameroon will not hand us back our country on the conference table, this interim government is determined to take it back by whatever means that we can. We are not relenting, even if they should arrest more of our leaders or kill them. We have reached a point of no return. And talking about taking the country back, I would like to address the allegations which are out there in the social media suggesting that the interim government, your interim government, and or our acting president, Dr. Samuel Ekomesako, is carrying out some secret negotiations with La République du Cameroon to end the revolution with a return to a federal system. Again, nothing can be further from the truth. I have stated here before that if I, being a member of this interim government, would consent to any form of negotiations that doesn't end with an independent southern Cameroon, let my right hand be cut off if I will be part of that. This is the position of this interim government. You can take it to the bank. We are not negotiating for any form of federation. It has been made emphatically clear as precondition to any form of negotiation with anybody or group that there can be no negotiations while President Sisiko Julius Ayuktabe, Tasang Wilfred, Mancho BBC, and thousands of others remain behind bars. That is not going to happen. The interim government will not as much as entertain any approach for negotiations without the unconditional release of every southern Cameroon's detainee, including those who have already been sentenced by the Kangaroo military tribunal in Yaoundé. We have also stated that for any form of negotiation to take place, a location out of La République du Cameroon and out of Ambazonia must be the ideal location or place, and international arbitrators present at that negotiation table. Dr. Sako has added that such negotiations must be open to the public, which means having the media present. Based on this, we wish to make it very clear that all the rumors and allegations that some backdoor negotiations are already going on are fake, baseless, and a fabrication of someone's imagination. On behalf of the interim government, I ask that all such allegations be treated as sabotage, the work of people who want this revolution to crumble. At no time has the interim government consulted or been consulted by any groups, or any individual for any form of negotiations on the fate of the southern Cameroons and Ambazonia. And neither has the acting president, Dr. Samuel Ekome Sako, approached or been approached by anyone or any group for negotiations. Ambazonians should rest assured that if and when such a moment comes, the interim government shall not only make it known, it shall equally declare public members or representatives of our delegation, and that will be done after wide consultations, not just from within the IG or from within members of the cabinet, but from without. And that includes perhaps other groups involved in this struggle. Until that moment comes, our focus remains my trip to Boya campaign. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless you. God bless Ambazonia. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes to take any question that anyone may have. If you have a question, I'd like to take it. I will spend the next 10 minutes. If anyone has a question, especially relating to the negotiation question, I would like to answer any question that you ask on the subject of negotiations. Again, I would like to state and emphasize that this interim government has not been approached, has not been contacted, and we have not made or approached any group either for any form of negotiations. So please take everything that you read out there as sabotage. Again, I will spend a few minutes to take any question that you may have. If you have a question, put it on the screen. I can read it. Again, if you are out there and you have not paid your trip to Boya, please call the number that I gave, 603-682-2687, and you can make your donation from wherever you may be. And it appears that I have a problem with my screen, with the ruling of the messages on the screen. They're kind of stuck, and I can't find any questions rolling. Maybe there are questions, but I just cannot find them. I just cannot see them right now. Pen, if there is anything you can do from the studio, if that is possible, to get the messages rolling on the screen, please go ahead and do that so I can take the questions that come up here. Right now, I can't see any because my screen is stuck. I cannot find the questions. So please, if you can do anything from your end, go ahead and do that. Let me see, I can answer some of the questions here. Again, my screen is stuck here in the absence of any. Okay, I see it rolling now. Looking for your questions. Looking for your questions. You got a question? Please put the question on the screen here and let me see it. Again, the screen is stuck. If I can't find any question, if the screen cannot roll, I will end the broadcast and hope that I can answer your questions maybe on social media after the broadcast. The screen is not, the messages are kind of stuck. I can't read them. So, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you take the message to every Amazonian, and I hope to see you again next time. Again, I can't answer any question because the messages are not rolling on the screen. Thank you. Have a great night, Amazonians.